up. There was always some brother animosity that take place. Because God always has set up them people there to do them things there. He always has set them up against one another. You know, see, because God set up Cain against Abel. God set up Isaac, mother against Isaac, but against Ishmael, mother. And now God know, as she say, a trick we are going, and him just allow the trick for going. How them get black people to talk against other black people who are say them get caught in the European mindset? How them get the other person who are listen to the person who are try bring them back to them Africanness? How them get the other person who are listen to this to fight against the other person who are talk about it? It's a serious thing. That's like you there Kingston and a man say, boy, right now I'm going to block you in from St. Thomas, I'm going to block you in from St. Andrew, and I'm going to block you in from St. Catherine, and I'm going to block all the seaport them that you can't leave. And that are going on for years. Years that are going on. So it's not an easy thing. And people always look upon it like say, the Israelis is the Israelites of the Bible. So you have a lot of preachers who preach in the name of Israel and refer to God's chosen people. That's serious God that. God make a whole heap of people upon the earth and then him choose a set of people as him chosen people. You know, it's the weirdest thing because when you read Numbers 6, Genesis 6, something about this. It say the sons of God, capital G-O-D, the sons of God saw that the daughters of men were fair and took unto themselves wives. And in that day, giant came upon the land. Now, God, which is the capital G-O-D, the sons of God, that means that God did have whole heap of sons in them time there. Look down upon the earth and look upon the woman them and say, the daughters of men look good, man. Yes. So, make we imagine some mythological people and look down through the clouds, because that is where them always are show we all the while. And them talk about God and the angels. You see the angels, them look down through the cloud. So make we imagine in a way illusion and deluded, demented mind that these sons of gods looking through the cloud and looking down upon the daughters of men. The daughters of men now, I don't know is who make them, but God's sons up there look down and see that the daughters of men were looking very fine. So them come through the cloud and take up the people, them woman, the men, them women, and became husbands. And then the story, you have a next story now which complicate the whole Palestinian and Israeli concept, where them use that part of the Bible to show that the land now that is occupied by the Israelis. Because the Bible never tell about no Israelis, it tell about the Israelites. But they have adopted what they call Judaism as their own. The Israelis. They have adopted Judaism as their own. And because they have adopted Judaism as their own, them put themselves in history. This is weird. Them put themselves in a history 4,000 years ago.
4,000.
So you hear the trap now. You hear the trap because when them bring this history to you, you know, and you talk about past now in a church where we preach this history for sure, you say, boy, right now, a God word, a fulfill, where the Israelites must reclaim them land. Because they are the chosen ones. So here they're going to show you now. They're going to show you a place in the Bible where it say, Isaac, the son of Abraham, Maybe you know the story, but me could say it again because this is a key element of what is going on in the so-called Middle East and Africa. Africa it a go on, you know, they call it Middle East, but Africa it a go on. The land where them call Israel is in Africa. And Israel really is the name of a person, not the place of a name of a land. But me could say, as to them I call it. But Israel is in Africa. It's not East Africa. It's not the Middle East. So, there was a man named Abraham. And him have a wife named Sarah, him half sister. He married to him sister. And him wife couldn't have no picnic. And him wife couldn't have no picnic now. Him wife, being a very liberal woman, tell her husband, say, go sleep with the maid. The maid was an Egyptian woman. So the maid, in the house, I wash the dish there, man, I cook the food and thing, and maybe a long time Abraham look upon her too, but him afraid because him wife, him don't know him wife, I think, but the wife, him go realize about wait, the wife, I think, nice because she can't have no picnic. So she decided, say, boy, all right, now, here one, now, Abraham. Do it, but no make me see it. Just do what you do because you see that they continue. And you know what, history write you down as a person will never have no generations out of your body. And I can't give you the picnic them. So you want to know, in order to perpetuate your seed, that you have a continuous lineage. Sleep with the Egyptian woman and bring a picnic. So he must sleep with the Egyptian woman and the Egyptian woman get pregnant. But meanwhile, the Egyptian woman get pregnant now. Him go try a last lick with his wife. And at 90 years old, she get pregnant. And that create complication in the house now because the same woman who tell, and this is written in the Bible, you know. This is where I talk what is written in the Bible, but why I am talking this story is to connect it now with what is going on now because this is something that has been brought up in the United Nations by these people. All right. There's a connection here that they are now saying why the land is theirs. Okay, so the story continues now where after the Sarah, which is the name of the wife, and the maid named Hagar, which is an Egyptian woman, the two of them get pregnant. So the wife I say, well, if me get pregnant, me can't allow the Egyptian maid woman to go inherit all our Abraham have. No. And my son have to inherit it. So right away now she play the bitchy wife now. A bitchy wife because she allowed the man to go have sex with the woman, you know. But because now she go get pregnant now, she now I go look upon the wife, but because now she go get pregnant now, she now I go look upon the wife, the Egyptian woman pick me and I said, no, outcast, bastard picnic, can't inherit certain things. So she run out the woman out of the house. Now according to the story, this woman named Hagar took her son named Ishmael. And Ishmael, the son of the maidservant of Abraham, and his mother was in the wilderness. And out of that lineage come 12 tribes of Ishmael. Now, flashback now to the son that is now of the so-called legitimate wife, lawful wife, which is Isaac. Isaac supposed to inherit where Abraham have, because it's the wife, legitimate picnic. The other one is a bastard picnic according to how certain things go. You know, Michael Manley come and reverse that in a Jamaica. Where him come say, no, the picnic outside of the marriage must have the same authority as the picnic inside of the marriage. Or else the whole will get naked, you know. Because most Jamaican picnic born outside, what them call it, out of wedlock. Yes, out of any wedding go on, will lock you in. So, the wife of this picnic named Isaac, legitimate picnic according to how the story go. And Isaac have two sons, one named Esau and one named Jacob. And according to the story, remember, say we are linked the story we are going in at the place, you know. This is not no nowadays thing we are work with, you know. We are dealing with all the people them deviously connect it. We are going right now on the occupation of this land. All them connect it. For sure them that them legitimately supposed to have the land. Okay, so Isaac growing old, him start kind of get, him eyes kind of get diminished, like him can't hardly see. Jacob, the younger son, Esau, the older son. Now according to the tradition, where the Bible tell you about, is the elder son must get the blessing. The blessing mean now say, him will call him son and tell him, say, boy, right now, you see all the land over there, so, it's your own, do what you want to do with it. You see the goat, them and the cow, them will tie up over there, so, and your own, do what you want to do with it. If you want to share it to the brother, you're free to do it. If you don't want to share it to them, you're free enough to do it. So, you run the thing. So, is Esau supposed to get all of this thing? Because Esau are the older one. But the mama did prefer the younger son, which was Jacob, the younger son. So, when time come now, the blessing come now, Isaac will call up him elder son now, Esau, forget the blessing. But what happened now is that Esau was a youth where a wool heap a year upon him skin. You can go back and read in the Bible if you want, you know. We are tell it how it go. I saw it go. Maybe when I use the same thou and thee and they, but I saw the word go. So the story go. Esau have a eerie skin. Jacob was a smooth skin kind of guy. But the mother did prefer Jacob. But even though Esau did blind, even though Isaac did blind now, Isaac knew him older son by touching him son. So if him feel the son and him feel the son eerie, him say, oh, that one there are Esau. If him feel the other son and the other son smooth skin, him say, oh, that one there are Jacob. Now the mother knowing this, I go trick the father. Because a trick thing I go on here, so you know. And God I look down through the cloud, you know, and I sanction this thing, you know. The biggest trick. God has sanctioned the trick now. Here we God I go do, here the woman I go do now. The woman I go kill animal now. And wrap around the son, the smooth son skin, when named Jacob. I don't know where she use. I don't know where she use. Patex, Panadol, or whatsoever she use, and stick on the skin, pan the youth now. When the time come for the blessing now, she carry Jacob, who she wrap up with the skin. And the son, the father who are go blind now, him feel the son and him say, okay, Esau this, which really a Jacob, him a touch, you know. But him feel say Esau. So, him a touch his skin. And him a bless Esau, him a bless Jacob with Esau blessing. So there is a animosity that going to take place now, between Esau and Jacob. Now, if you look on the stories in the Bible, from Cain and Abel to Isaac and Ishmael to Esau and Jacob, there was always some brother animosity that take place. Because God always has set up them people there to do them things there. He always has set them up against one another. See, because God set up Cain against Abel. God set up Isaac mother against Isaac, but against Ishmael mother. And now God now, as he say, a trick will go on. And him just allow the trick for go on. So Jacob now get the blessing. And the story go on and on and on and on, where some animosity go on, and Esau now start to link with the tribes of Ishmael and start friend the tribes of Ishmael. Now, according to these people, these tribes were called Ishmaelites, is the Arabs. This is what they must say to you now. They must say the Egyptian woman picnic is the Arabs. Esau mix up with them and is the Arabs. Jacob start to know one day I travel and a gunman come to him and say, look, watch out, you have to give me what you have, And say, boy, I'm not give you nothing. Come take it now. And the man goes up, boom, and start to fight him, and Jacob goes up, bloom, and whacks him 2 times, and bloof him drop a ground, and Jacob overpower him, and I kill Jacob, go kill him now, And him say, no, don't kill me, man. Say, a God send me, A God send me for test you, As a matter of fact, a mean him God. It's a God manifestation that go on there, so and Jacob say, hey, and the man says, where you name? And Jacob say, I mean him Jacob, So the man going to look at Jacob now and say, well, you see, as from today, you're going to call you Israel. Because you have struggled with the angel of the Lord and has overcome. So you have no longer named Jacob, but you name Israel. Israel. Okay. So now, Israel is the man where we are dealing with now. So remember now, say, you have a set of people who them brandish name Ishmael, who supposed to be the Arabs. And then now you have a next set of people now who mix with the Ishmaelites named Esau. We don't know what them call them, Esauites or whatsoever, they mix up. And then now you have this man now named Jacob, who now them call Israel. And out of Israel now, Israel have some woman and no picnic. He have 12 sons and 1 daughter. And out of those 12 sons now, Jacob now, which is now called Israel, which is not a land them that talk about now, is a man. Jacob now I go realize say, boy, him also now get blind and him get sick and thing, him so dead, him have high blood pressure and thing. Jacob now I go say, Israel go call him son them now and say, gather, and I shall tell you what shall befall you in the latter days. This story is written now in Genesis 49, where Israel is now going to bless his 12 sons and left out daughter. The daughters have no significance to the thing, just like the Church of England today will tell us why right now, them not allow woman to preach. Them not allow woman to preach. I mean, them can allow homosexual, but them can't allow women. So it's a weird thing. We live in a crazy, crazy mix-up world.
Sure. So
the church in England now vote against women preaching in the church, but them don't. She say, but wait, the homosexual thing so legitimate, and the woman can't be legitimate because you can have a homosexual priest preaching at the church, And him do have to go in a closet. Him can tell them say he's a homosexual and still be able to preach in the church. But a woman cannot preach in the church. What kind of madness is that? And is the woman bring the man who become a homosexual who can preach in the church? Him have a different link with God, and she not have no link with God because she's a woman. So Israel now bless him 12 sons them, and out of the 12 sons come the 12 tribes of Israel. Out of Ishmael come 12 tribes. But the 12 tribes of Ishmael is not recorded in the book that we now call the Jewish Bible, which is the Christians call it the Old Testament. But it's really the Hebrew Bible. In the Hebrew Bible, is Hebrews write the story. So them negate to tell you the other side, which is the sons of the Egyptian woman. So you're not going to hear nothing about the Ishmaelites because them is outcasts. Them get traced out. Now, this man we name Israel have 12 sons. And what happened now is that because them grandfather did occupy a land that was not theirs, but was given to them by this, and next again the God that look down in that thing and say, set up his land there, go kill everybody upon it and take it away. Because that him tell Abraham, and that him tell Abraham's seed, say, that land flowing with milk and honey shall be your land. Now, it's really the land of the Canaanites, you know, but you see, because the Canaanites, me not like them, just kill them off, rape them woman, take where you want, and just occupy them land. The reason why I'm do that too, flash back again to a story with our next man named Noah. We have 3 sons, and Noah have 3 sons, Shem and Japheth. Apparently, one of the sons look like him did gay. because him see him father naked. And according to the Bible, he had covered him father naked. That's, I don't know. That sounds kind of weird to me. If God go smite a whole nation because you don't see your father naked. And why them God man, they always drunk? Because it's drunk. The man drunk, I lay down naked, and him young son come in there, come see him, do whatsoever he want to do with him. And then the other brother them come in there and say, catch them. And say, wait, this is what you do with daddy. And right away, you know, God no curse this son where go play with him father, you know. Him curse the son, which is the grandson of Noah, which is called Canaan, because Canaan is the son of Ham. And him say, cursed shall be Canaan, in the tents of Shem him shall live and be a slave. That is how black people now become cursed, according to the Hebrew Bible. Them don't have it in the King James Bible, but if you're looking at the Talmud, you will see these things. Just like how if you're looking at the Mormon Bible, you see them talk about black skin is curse. So, go back to the story now where Israel become now the 12 tribes of Israel. And the land that Israel is going to occupy now is the land that God give them. This is like Christopher Columbus coming to Jamaica and totally ignore the occupants of Jamaica. Totally ignore the Tainos them. Them come like say nobody never there. And them come stick a flag in the king and queen of Spain name and say this is the land given to them by God. Because these people always say God do this and God do that, you know. It's like now with the Christian name, everything happen is God do it, God do it, God do it. You know, you meet in an accident, oh God, you know, thank you Lord, Jesus, all these things. So, when Christopher Columbus come here, him totally ignore the original occupants of the land and then start to kill them off. Well, it's the same thing now with these people who say it's God give them this land, where it's Canaanites' land. It's not that people wasn't there, you know, the Canaanites was living there. But because the Canaanites was not have the same cultural expression or religious practice and belief like them, them kill off the Canaanites, and the Canaanites have to leave them land and take refuge in other lands. And now this land was called the Canaanite land, where God said, I shall give it to you and your generation. Occupy it. No. We're going to flash back to today. This land that is in dispute in the 21st century is the same land that the Jews write in them Bible, write in them Pentateuch. I hope I call the word right. Them write in them Bible say, is God give them the land? And you can't question that. So you see, uno who in the land, or uno are the occupiers, which really and truly is the same thing Columbus do when him come here so. And him wipe out the Taínos them. And say, look here, from we reach here so, that means that God did design it that way there. God decide with destiny. And our destiny lead us to Jamaica. And uno there so, uno is Edens, uno is this, uno is that, uno walk, run up and down naked, uno no believe in Jesus, uno never hear about Jesus yet. We're going to kill uno half and take the land in the name of the king and queen of Spain. And God, is God send them here so. Read back all of the things them with them right when them come here so. Where call it Bartholomew and all these guys will come into Jamaica and the Caribbean islands them. All of them declare that it's God, is the destiny of God that brought them here. And if it was a wrong thing, God wouldn't send them here. So from God send them, from them come here so, is God put them here so. Well, it's the same thing, same reasoning. The so-called occupiers of the land that is now called Palestine, that was once called the land of Canaan, that even the Palestinians who call themselves for them land, it's still not for them land, it's the Canaanites' land. But now we cannot really identify the Canaanites because the Canaanites also did have to move south, down even into southern Africa. Remnants of the Canaanites exist. If you go into Zimbabwe, you will see remnants of these people who share the same identity and cultural expression like the people them who did own this land where them call Canaan. The land of the Canaanites is the land now called Israel or Palestine. Now, these people take up this book and place themselves in that historical reference point and declare that this land is ours. Even though these people who occupy the land that is now called Israel, or call themselves Israelis, came from Russia and Germany. And this land was given to them by the British in the 40s because they were running from persecution, just like the people them, the white people them who left the Isles of British Isles and come into America because they were running from religious persecutions. And when them enter into America, call themselves the Pilgrims and saw the original indigenous people in America, them wipe out the people them, kill them and put them on some desert land and say it's God put them there and it's God send them there so. And them take the land by gambling. Can you imagine a group of people coming to a strange land, running from them land because them have some religious war going between Anglicans, Roman Catholics, Protestants and all these things, and them find refuge in our next man land. And even though them see people there, them ignore the people them like the people them not exist. And decide, say, boy, right now, here we now, we want some land. So here we go get the land now. Just like with them doing at St. Martin. It's a serious thing. It's a race. Them run and divide up St. Martin, you know. It's a race. Them run and stick this apart. And me own this, so me own this, so me own this, so me own this, so this, so them run race. And the man who can run, and if him see some land over there, so we look like it can have a whole timber, you know, him run towards a piece there. If him reach over there first, him stick him thing in there and say, yes, I might own this. If another man run and see boy a river over there, so him say, boy, I want to go near the river, you know. Him go so boof and run go over there, so boof him stick him tag that boof and my river this. Ignoring the original inhabitants of the land. So, these people who call themselves Israelis, who's mainly coming from Russia, because when you land in Israel, if you declare yourself Judah, if you declare Judaism, you automatically become a citizen. All you have to say, boy, right now, you give credence to Judaism, Moses' laws, this, that, you know, the Torah, this, that, all these things. You automatically become a citizen. So these people, run, come, left, where them coming from, run, coming at the people, them come there, them see people there, and them just control the land. And every year, every little decade, them move the people, them more and more out of them space. Then if you are move the people them out of them space, what you expect the people them to do? Them going to get vicious because this is them life. This is them family. And for years, and the history shows say you wasn't there. It's you come occupy the thing and talk about say you get it through some declaration rights and through some biblical verses and all these things. You have a right to it because it's crazy world we're living in. Crazy world we're living in. It's so the story go. This is not me, I make it up. This is the cutting edge. Connecting biblical story with modern days happenings. Talking about the Israeli and the Arab man, and talking about biblically Ishmaelites, Isaac, Esau, Jacob, and all the thing transfer itself and create a problem in the 21st century, 4,000 years after. Some guys just write down something 4,000 years ago, and now 4,000 years after, it become problematic.
Very possible.
Yes.
Very.
And the occupation of land is a continuous thing all over the world. By most of the time is people or governments in the Western world that use them power to occupy people's space and manipulate them culture and them expression. Because most of the things them where we know as African people get devoured in the power, the base. You know them say, Lord Acton in England say, power corrupt, absolute power corrupt, absolutely. And what we say right now, even at this time here, people have power, use them power absolutely, and create devastation among so-called poorer people. In this case, it's so-called third world people. So all the things that we know as our indigenous culture, you know, even we ourselves, look at all that thing like Wobia, voodoo. We and make songs against our indigenous culture. Black people, if you listen to a whole heap of them reggae songs, these reggae songs will grow up in a society where demonize our cultural expression. So voodoo and obia is anti-culture, anti-European culture. So them we are sing against it and demonize it. Them we attack against Obia. Them we attack against voodoo and all the different practices. Them make the drum illegal one time. Them make cane roaring of ear illegal one time. Obia still illegal. Badwood still illegal. Ganja still illegal. All of the things them will come from the masses of the people them in a them indigenous way of life. Them we a fight against it. How the hell them how them get to do that? I mean, them not put no microchip in a way. Them use psychological warfare. How them get to fair fight against their own things. I mean, listen to the song them. Listen to the song them. You have people who are talking about dirty, nasty things. And them same one now will come fight against Obia and voodoo. You have so-called righteous people, Rasta, who when them are saying them against African indigenous culture and they even know say them are against African indigenous cultures. How them get to do that? How them get to fight against we self? Up to this day. That we look at ourselves scornful, like all black. How them get to call we self black? And then now internalize it and act against the color. How them get to do that? How them get black people to call themselves black people and then look on black as something terrible and sinful. Therefore, them who call themselves black people must know say them is terrible and dreadful. How them get to do that? That all, if you start to tell somebody says that happen, them say, how you talk about Muta? A foolishness you talk. How them get black people to talk against other black people who are say them get caught in the European mindset. How them get the other person who are listen to the person who are try bring them back to them Africanness. How them get the other person who are listen to this to fight against the other person who are talk about it. Serious thing.